Boxing. Now, that sounds kind of redundant. This one may have taken it a little further than you've seen it in the past. First of all, less than 10,000 people here at the MGM Grand for a heavyweight championship bout. Second of all, the way this fight went on was incredible, and it left the fans here with a very, very bad taste in their mouth. Let's take a look at what actually happened in the fight. Of course, Bruce Seldon came in with the WBA heavyweight championship belt. Mike Tyson's WBC crown was not on the line in this fight. Seldon came in sporting a very strong left jab, and it looked as though he was backpedaling from the very first bell. Mike Tyson finally did get to him early in the fight. At least he went down early in the fight. Most of us at ringside saw the punch, and it looked as though it was no more than a glancing right hand off the top of the head of Bruce Seldon. Seldon later said it might have been an elbow that put him down. He later got up, got down again from a left hand from Mike Tyson, and at that time it was Bruce Seldon lying on the canvas, finally got himself up, looked pretty sturdy until he got into the corner. Richard Steele got over to him, and then at the end of the count, it was Seldon with some very, very wobbly knees. Richard Steele looked at him and said, "That is enough." And at 1:49 of the first round, it was all over. Mike Tyson picking up his second championship belt. So now he's got the WBC and the WBA belts. When it was all done, Mike looked up and he said, "Cuss," speaking about his former mentor, Cuss D'Amato. 2 down, 1 to go. He's still got that IBF belt to get. When I talked to Mike after the fight, he said, "Hey, it's nice to have the 2 belts, but there's lots more to talk about."
Okay, you know, I'm not an emotional person. It's no big issue. I'm just, praise be to Allah that I was successful in accomplishing them.
You've heard the reaction of the fans in the arena here tonight. A lot of people thought that the first knockdown was at best a glancing blow off his head. You were the closest man to it. What happened?
Well, I'm a good puncher. You know, you should have those people come and take the punch that he got hit with, and then they could decipher was it hard or not.
And the left that put him down the second time, how strong was that?
That was a good punch. I threw it hard, bad intention. You know, you were watching a fight, you're a reporter. Every punch was throwing bad intention.
You know, unfortunately, I feel as though I'm redoing the McNeely post-fight here. Did you hit him hard enough to knock him down? The fans afterwards are yelling, "Fix, fix, Mike." How do you feel standing in the ring hearing that?
Well, listen, what can I say? Do you think Mike Tyson's going to fix a fight? Do you think Joe Louis fixed a fight? They went through all the fights, all the heavyweight champions in their era. They did the same thing with Ali and Listen to Me. What can I do? I'm just here to render my services.
I guess the question is, how do the fans react? Because they're the ones that are paying, and there weren't even that many fans here tonight. What does that say about the status of heavyweight division?
I don't know about all that. It looks sold out to me. I don't particularly put great interest in the crowd while I'm fighting, but it looks pretty crowded to me.
What about the WBC belt? What happens now? If you don't fight Lennox Lewis, they're either going to take it away or something's going to happen.
I take all challenges, line them up.
Well, for his part, Bruce Seldon was
a great fighter. You know, he's fast. He's very fast, and he punches extremely hard. And I'm not ashamed to say that he's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. He punches extremely hard, and he's very fast. And I thought I was on my proper defense. I truly did, but he caught me with a left hook, and he caught me right on the point of my chin. And everybody knows that's the nerve, and that just rattled me, just shook me up.
What happened after you got up after the second knockdown? It looked like you were okay, and then started wobbling towards the end of the count.
Well, I kind of knew he was going to come out after the second knockdown.
Yeah, second knockdown. You were down for a while. Looked like you got up and were okay.
Like I just said, I was gone. You know, I was. You know, he hit me. I couldn't clear my head in time. It seemed as if Richard Steele was right there on the count. I'm not saying he had a fast count, but he was right there on top of the count, and I just couldn't clear my head in time. And I was staggered.
So, Bruce Seldon a loser tonight. Mike Tyson picks up another victory and another championship belt. And just to put the capper on this bizarre evening of boxing, here at the press conference following the fight, they weren't talking about tonight's fight. They were talking about Mike Tyson's next fight with Evander Holyfield.